Hello there. I'm GekEm, and today we're going to be talking about the few times television channels and broadcasts were hacked or interrupted. I personally really think this topic is very interesting and unique, for it doesn't happen too often and is very cool when it does happen. So let's just get started right into it. Southern Television Signal Intrusion. November 26, 1977. ITN, a Southern television channel in the UK, was attacked, and this was the first television broadcast hijack that has ever happened. The attack occurred at 5:10 p.m. during the network's news bulletin, and the audio of the broadcast was replaced by a distorted voice, and the voice claims he is a representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command. There's a few different reports on this incident, so I'm going to read a transcript that was reported in the local newspaper. This is the voice of Ashtaron. I am an authorized representative of the Intergalactic Mission, and I have a message for the planet Earth. We are beginning to move in the period of Aquarius, and there are many corrections which have to be made by Earth people. All of your weapons of evil must be destroyed. You only have a short time to learn how to live together in peace. You must live in peace or leave the galaxy. There is no footage of this attack, but there is a recreation. But in interviews, people have claimed there to be footage of this attack, but no footage has surfaced. The television solidarity hijacking. September 1985, 4 astronomers studying at the University of Torun in Poland used one of the university's computers to hack TP1, Poland's main state-run television channel. And when they hijacked the channel, they broadcasted anti-communist messages. When the messages are translated, it reads, "Enough price increases, lies, and repression. Solidarity Torun. It is our duty to boycott the election." Along with these messages, the logo of the Solarnosik, which is the Polish trade union, can be seen. The 4 astronomers behind this attack, Zygmunt Turlo, Leszek Zolski, Piotr Lazuski, and John Hanzas, were all caught and charged with possession of unlicensed radio transmitter and publication of materials that could cause public unrest. Since the 4 had award-winning work in the Polish science community, the judge had gave them probation and a fine of 3 million old zloty, which is an equivalent to about 100 USD. No footage of this attack exists, but there is a clip from a recreation. Captain Midnight broadcast signal intrusion. April 27th, 1986, in Long Island, Hauppauge, New York. Owner and CEO of McDougall Electronics, John R. McDougall, using the identity Captain Midnight, hijacked the Galaxy 1 satellite signal from Florida during the film The Falcon and the Snowman. The message was broadcasted for about 4 to 5 minutes. This attack was seen by more than half of the 14.6 million people subscribed to HBO Max. The reasoning behind this attack was to protest the rate that satellite dish owners had to pay for HBO Max at the time. The message broadcast is as reads. "Good evening, HBO from Captain Midnight. $12.95 a month? No way. Showtime? Movie channel? Beware." He was able to pull this off because he worked as a master control operator at a satellite teleport in Florida. He was only caught after someone overheard John bragging about the incident. This hijacking took place before satellite jamming was a crime in the United States, so John McDougall was found guilty of operating a satellite uplink transmitter and was given 1-year probation and fined $5,000, which with inflation would be about $14,000 now. After his trial, Passage 18 U.S.C. Section 1367 was passed, making satellite signal hijacking a felony. There is only an image of this attack. American Ecstasy broadcast hijacking. It is unknown exactly what date this occurred, but it was probably in 1987. The adult television channel that was part of a select TV service, American Ecstasy, was hijacked and played religious messages on the original programming. It was believed Thomas Hayne was behind this attack due to his involvement with another adult channel broadcast hijacking, but the only evidence pointing to this was a report in the Los Angeles Times saying, Hayne was convicted of 1 felony account of interfering with the operation of a satellite and a misdemeanor count of violating a radio license, both for the interruption of the Playboy channel. He was acquitted of similar piracy charges regarding interruptions on the American Ecstasy channel. The only footage that may exist is apparently too low quality to be used. The Playboy channel religious message hijacking. September 6, 1987, during the airing of 3 Daughters on the Playboy channel, a plain white religious message from the Bible verses Exodus 28 and Matthew 4:17 reading, "Thus saith the Lord thy God, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Repent, kingdom of heaven is at hand." Thomas Hayne, who worked for the Christian Broadcasting Network, was convicted of satellite piracy. He is the first person to get convicted under the new federal law that made hijacking satellite signals a felony after the whole Captain Midnight situation. He He pled innocent in court, and even though they could not recreate the hijacking using Christian Broadcasting Network equipment, he was only convicted 2 out of 6 of the counts he was charged with and given 150 hours community service and paid a $1,000 fine, which would be about $2,800 today. No footage remains publicly of this incident, but a screenshot is available. Max Headroom signal hijacking. Definitely without a doubt one of the most popular and well-documented broadcasting attacks. On November 22nd, 1987, 2 stations in Chicago, Illinois were attacked. The first hijacking took place on the channel WGN-TV during the 9 p.m. newscast. This only lasted 25 seconds with no clear audio.
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. Actually, the computer that we have...
The second attack was around 11 p.m. during a showing of the sci-fi TV show Doctor Who. The man in the Max Headroom mask talks about random things while making references to Max Headroom before showing his naked butt and getting slapped by a fly swatter and a person with a maid costume. This attack was possible because they sent a more powerful microwave transmission to the station's broadcast towers than the stations was sending to themselves. All parties involved with this attack were never found. WMGT-TV signal hijacking. On October 15, 1988, during the broadcasting of the 1988 World Series in Macon, Georgia on the WMGT-TV live feed air, was replaced with 10 seconds of a black and white pornographic movie. This was done without malice though, and it was just a mistake by a technician. No footage of this attack remains. KPPX TV signal hijacking. March 12, 2007 in Phoenix, Arizona on the television channel KPPX at 9 p.m. during a rebroadcast of State of U.S. Healthcare. The broadcast was interrupted with 30 seconds of a pornographic movie. This movie was shown when an employee accidentally put the movie on with the broadcast. He was fired after this incident. No footage of this incident exists. WJLA TV signal hijacking. July 13, 2007 in Washington, D.C. The HD signal on the WJLA TV channel was intercepted by a poor quality photo of a man and a woman. This was thought to be a signal hijacking at the time, but later found out it was an HD TV decoder that had malfunctioned. The image of the man and woman was actually from the Oprah Winfrey TV show. No footage of the attack exists, but there is a screenshot from this. KOVA signal hijacking. February 1st, 2009 in Tucson, Arizona, a Comcast head-end hijacked KOVA's broadcast of Super Bowl 43 with 28 seconds of a pornographic movie. The movie was Wild Cherries 5. 2 years later, in February 2011, Frank Tenori Gonzalez was arrested and convicted for the incident. No footage of this seems to exist, though. Kids on Demand signal hijacking. March 16, 2010 in North Carolina in the counties Johnston, Wake, Wayne, and Wilson. The on-demand channels Time Warner Cable Kids and Kids Preschool channels were changed for 2 hours of Playboy TV. The rest of North Carolina, who was not affected by the broadcast, was shown a black screen. Later, we come to find out this was not a malicious signal hijacking, but an accidental malfunction that caused the wrong previews to be present on the channels. No footage of the attack exists. Disney Channel's signal hijacking. September 7, 2012, the Disney Channel's children entertainment block Disney Junior's feed was intercepted with 6 minutes of hardcore pornography. Only one screenshot exists from this attack. Fake zombie alerts. These are a series of different hijackings. February 11th, 2013 at 2:30 p.m. in Great Falls, Montana. KRTV's emergency alert system was hacked on 2 channels, 2 and 3. The messages that were broadcast reads out as, "The bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living." Here is a recording of the incident.
Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Follow the messages on screen that will be updated as information.
This is the same message that was also played on WNMU in Marquette, Michigan, after the KRTV TV attacks. After that attack, the KENW, a television station in Portales, New Mexico, was attacked with the same message. No footage of this one exists. The next channel to face this hijack was WBUP in Ishburg, Michigan at 8:25 p.m. An alert was placed on the screen warning viewers of a zombie attack. During the WBUP attack, KRTV was hacked again for the second time on Channel 2 in the same way it was last time, playing the same messages. The last zombie hijacking was during the morning show on WIZM-FM in Las Cruces, Michigan. The signal was played unedited, triggering the emergency alert system to play, accidentally hijacking the channel.
Imagination. Are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Follow the messages on screen.
It's incredible.
That was the last channel affected by the zombie hijackings. The person who committed all these broadcasting intersections was founded and arrested. His identity is publicly unknown. Cincinnati Comcast hijacking. March 24, 2016 in the Cincinnati metropolitan area. A poor quality photo of a singer interrupted the Comcast head-in multiple times. This was not an attack, it was just another malfunction to the Comcast alert system like the WJLA incident. No footage of this one exists, but there is some images out there. And that was the time television channels were hacked or interrupted. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a great day or night depending on when you're watching this. I've been GekEm. You've been amazing. I will see y'all in the next one.